Do you know Mr. Beast? Jimmy Donaldson is usually known as Mr. Beast, a YouTube sensation with over 91 million subscribers on the video sharing platform. He's also famous for his charity work and various business ventures. Recently, he was featured on the Joe Rogan Experience podcast number 1788. They discussed multiple issues including esports, technology, life, and philosophy. Rogan brought up the topic of the human-brain interface and asked Mr. Beast whether he had heard about Elon Musk's NEURALINK. On receiving a negative reply, Rogan explained the innovation that can change human function. Rogan explained to Beast about NEURALINK and said it would greatly help people who are paralyzed and that they will be able to walk. He also added that if it were someone else's plan, it would be rubbish, but as this is Musk's plan, it would probably work. Mr. Beast nodded in agreement, said it fascinates him and wished he had more knowledge about NEURALINK. Elon Musk hopes to create a new way of interfacing with technology in the not-too-distant future. Elon Musk founded NEURALINK Corporation. This aims to build a tool to link human brains with computers without needing a physical connection. It has a group of 7 engineers and scientists. Launched in 2016, NEURALINK received its initial public mention in March 2017. NEURALINK will follow Musk's standard mode of operation. Musk is going for a long-term goal for the betterment of humankind. It needs to acquire some of the best talents in the field to work first on a business model and later on the project's original goal. Elon Musk is on the way to put this trial in humans. This technology has been tested on a monkey and a pig by putting the chips. Human trials have yet to start. Elon Musk and his team were optimistic about beginning by the end of 2020, but it's not easy to get FDA approval. Musk said NEURALINK prototypes had been tested on rodents and even monkeys. Some components will be surgically implanted into the surface of your brain. Brain implants have been going on since the 1970s, so it is a technology that has been around for a while. Our brain remains a big mystery. We started decoding the origin of intelligence very recently only. Chemical impulses are the reason for our thoughts and actions. Elon Musk, the great CEO of Twitter and well-known entrepreneur, says we can intercept brain signals, record them, and alter them to enhance brain activity. The new application can cause blindness, paralysis, deafness, and mental illness. Elon Musk demonstrated it in an event. The system is called NEURALINK. NEURALINK is a tiny electrical device that can work in the brain, though it replaces a small part of the skull. This widget tracks brain function, analyzes it, and tries to predict body function. This technology is designed to solve issues of the brain and spine. There is now a lot of study being done in neuroscience technology. Neuroscience allows us to understand how neurons communicate with one another. People who experience any physical disease can now keep track of and learn information about their motor nerves. The information or data gathered can be used to manage and run other devices. It is now possible for anyone with any physical handicap brought on by amputation or a neurological condition to watch over and interpret the data coming from their motor nerves. Research on paralyzed people have revealed that brain signals can be collected and used to control a robotic arm. Now let's see what a NEURALINK contains. It's a 23mm by 8mm device that can be mounted inside the skull. NEURALINK replaces a tiny portion of the head. The device has 1,024 electrodes or channels. It also has all-day battery life and a 6-axis IMU that tracks the pressures in the body and other angular movements. It inductively charges the same way most smartwatches charge. We will now examine the installation process for a NEURALINK. It can be challenging to install NEURALINK in a human. The procedure is intricate and needs to be performed precisely. For a NEURALINK installation surgery, a particular robot has to be designed. The robot performs the entire surgery in an hour, including extracting the skull, inserting the electrodes into the brain, placing the NEURALINK, and wrapping things up. A lot of care should be taken to insert the electrodes, and the robot implants the electrodes without causing any damage to blood vessels and arteries. We should also know about the working process of NEURALINK. This process still needs to be tested in humans. After the NEURALINK is inserted, the brain will get monitored. The image shows the brain function of a pig implanted with NEURALINK. The white dots are neural spikes, and the blue area is an accumulation of neural spikes in that brain region. It is possible to forecast how the body component will move using this knowledge. On his podcast with Mr. Beast, Joe Rogan exchanged their views about motion sensors and other upcoming technology in the gaming world. Rogan then brought up the topic human-brain interface. He referred to Elon Musk's NEURALINK and asked whether Mr. Beast had heard about it. He got a negative reply, and Rogan explained the innovation that can change how humans function. He then asked how much time he had spent on what Musk has said about NEURALINK. Mr. Beast replied nothing. Rogan went on to explain that the human-brain interface is very complicated. He explained that the first procedure was reconnecting people's spinal cords. It'll be implemented first so that people with severe spinal cord injuries can do something where this implant interfaces with the brain and somehow or another can control the nerves or activate body parts. He also said that he needs to be made aware of the process, but believes Elon Musk has a plan. He wasn't sure how it was done, but he knew it would help paralyzed people to walk. And if it's because Elon Musk has said it'll work out if others have said it, he would have told them to shut up. MrBeast nodded in agreement in reply that he wished he had more knowledge and expertise as it fascinates him. It can't predict whether MrBeast would collaborate with Elon Musk for this venture. In the past, monkeys' brain impulses were used to manipulate a robotic arm. Hence, someone other than Elon Musk will invent the first device. BrainGate is a neuroscience company that develops and evaluates identical tools that benefit paralyzed persons. But NEURALINK is an innovative device that uses 1,024 electrodes and is wireless. Data on brain function can be used to determine the motion of other body parts, which is also extraordinary. For paralyzed individuals, this device could be a blessing. The NEURALINK team is now working on using this device on the human brain as quickly as possible. For those infected with paralysis, epilepsy, brain injury, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis or ALS, Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's disease, and other conditions, brain-computer interfaces bring a lot of hope that enables them to lead better lives. Moreover, in individuals with paraplegia, quadriplegia, Parkinson's disease, and epilepsy, when there is a breakdown between the brain and the nerves that supply the body, the use of a human-brain interface is very beneficial. The NEURALINK device features a chip that analyzes and sends neurological signals that might be sent to gadgets like a computer or a phone. The company hopes that a person can control a mouse, keyboard, or other computer functions like text messaging with their thoughts. While talking about the present status of the project, the company says that it has built a chip in a robot to implant it, and it has been implemented into rats and was able to record rat brain activity from its chips. But to implement it in humans will take a lot of time. Even at this point, the FDA procedure has yet to begin. Musk knows that the procedure will take some time and that the mission he will carry out will take years or possibly a decade to complete. Well, if we look into the advantages of the chip which Elon Musk is going to invent, it'll be helpful to mankind if the project is going to be successful. As already said, it has inserted artificial intelligence microchips into the brains of a macaque monkey named Pager and a pig named Gertrude. The company is now hiring a clinical trial director to test the technology in humans. The advertisement for the role in Fremont, California says that as clinical trial director, the selected individual will work with some of the best doctors and top engineers alongside the chip's first clinical trial participants. The implant's website says that the device is directly inserted into the brain since placing it outside the head will not detect the signals produced by the brain. Of course, these kinds of functionality are still nowhere near being achieved, but the potential for the technology is immense. Who knows? We may even be able to download skills in the future, much like Neo in the Matrix. To conclude, Elon Musk has a lot of ambitions to carry out the project of NEURALINK. He wants to combine human intelligence and artificial intelligence to work together and make the brain perform better. The ability of the new technology to treat various illnesses is without a doubt. Can a NEURALINK device perform complex processing of brain activity? Can this device sample 86 billion neurons? Can Elon Musk keep up his promise? It is impossible to say more about this. It could be the next step in human evolution.